Hey guys, I'm Will at Heroic Studios, and I just gotta tell you that I just did something really cool. But it wasn't this, actually. It was this. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I've completed yet another project, and I'm happy with it. There are some issues that I'm going to go over in this video, something that you guys can avoid. But if you guys are looking to get your hands on this one-of-a-kind Omega Morpher that I made, I modeled and I printed it myself, you guys can go over to my Patreon, patreon.com/Will at Heroic Studios. Get this file. This is for April. And you got about 4 or 5 days at the time of this recording. So Friday, this video is going to go live. The end of the month is next week. So make sure you guys do go over there and subscribe to my Patreon to get some cool stuff just like this. So I have been working on this Omega Ranger helmet for quite some time. I printed it back in October, end of October, beginning of November. I'm very slow with projects. I don't do projects very quickly like some of the guys you see on here. So I'm just doing it at my own pace. But this one actually came out really good. I printed this over on my Anycubic Cobra Max, and it came out super fine. I did the usual sanding, and I did the usual filling with the Bondo, and just going over and over and over again. There was some frustration because some of the print lines that I did have on my that I did have on my helmet didn't really go away. So I really had to figure out what I needed to do and how to do it. So again, I'm not the expert on these things. I just like doing these kinds of projects for fun. And I'm gonna go over some of the things that I loved about doing this project, and I'm gonna go over some of the things that I hated doing a project. However, if you guys wanna join me Saturday night on my after hours live stream, I'm gonna have a special guest, hopefully, Darkwing Dad, and this dude does a lot of really cool just projects, and he makes his prints look like professional grade stuff. So he's gonna be on my live stream hopefully on Saturday night starting at 6 p.m. and we're just gonna talk about 3D printing, and we might exchange some techniques. He might teach me something. I hope he does teach me something because he's a really cool dude, and I hope you guys do tune in and listen to that. So without further ado, let's get on to this massive project. So this is my helmet. I like it, but as you can probably see up close, there are some issues. The paint at the top is already starting to chip because of how this thing opens. And I'm gonna get into how this thing opens in a bit. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I need a new way to make this thing work. So if you guys have any ideas, please let me know in the comments. I spray paint this thing with a 2K coat of red, and the red looks nice. I can dig the red. I'm not really concerned about the paint. The paint job is probably the best paint job that I've done so far doing these things. Masking and taping and cutting off edges and making sure that everything looks crisp and clean was probably the best part about doing this thing. You just need some frog tape, an X-Acto knife, and you go to town with this thing and you make sure that this thing looks good. Now, I did have some issues with overspray. I didn't secure the tape down. The tape didn't adhere all the way. And yeah, I had some questions like, what about the sticky residue that the tape leaves behind? Yeah, that's a thing that I had to figure out. But what I learned is that if you do spray this with a clear coat, most of that goes away. You don't really have to worry about it. As you can see, I just hit this with a clear coat and most of it all went away. So I really don't mind that sticky after effects of the frog tape. The frog tape is really good. I don't use the regular blue painter's tape. I know it's cheaper, but frog tape really does get the job done when it comes to masking. So the gold, now the gold I normally use this Montana Black. Montana Black, excuse me. We're gonna go over the back of the helmet in a minute. I hate how this goes. Other than that, it fits fine. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. I normally use a Montana Gold for this thing, but like I said, when you hit it with a clear coat, it doesn't really mesh well. This, I used a Krylon gold finish on this thing, and it looks great. It doesn't look dull. It doesn't look like it's been defeated or anything like that. The clear coat actually did what it was intended to do, and that was to give it a nice little clear coat shine. I'm really happy with this clear coat, and I used it actually on my Omega Morpher here, and you can kind of see it reflecting in the light. It doesn't look dull, it looks really clean, and I think this is probably going to be my new paint that I go to when it comes down to using certain golds, because the Montana gold, Montana black gold, it gets tacky if you overdo it, and I guess that's with any paint, but I've experienced that more with that brand of paint than any other brand of paint that I've ever used. Okay, so all in all, this thing is really good. Now for the visor, I use a 3M VHB tape and laid the VHB in the line of the visor here, and I'm going to show you inside the helmet how that looks. So you can see that that is what it looks on the inside, and I had to layer it with foam, and I got some video footage I'm going to show you guys on exactly how I did that. Really simple, really easy, no complaints from me. Now let's get into this back. This back is not the best backing that I've ever used before in my life or ever done. It's actually probably the worst job I've ever done, and there's a reason for that. Normally for my helmets, I go ahead and I attach these black straps. You can see it right there. And I would have two on the sides, and all I would have to do is pull this head out like that, put on the helmet, and I'm good. There's one problem. This opening, that opening right there, it's not big enough to fit this big chrome dome that I have sitting above my neck. It's not. So I actually had to do away with the two straps on the side, and I actually went ahead and did it with magnets. You can sort of kind of see the magnets on. There's two on the bottom, two in the middle, and then two at the top. And they do a good job at magnetizing. The problem is that it doesn't stay. And it's so annoying that it doesn't stay. I don't like it. This is probably, like I said, not the best backing job that I've done, but at the end, it does work. It does fit my head pretty good. But I'm going to have to come up with a new system here because this does not work well with me. So any ideas, put them in the comments. So the helmet fits fine, it fits comfortably, and I think that as I was trying this on, I might have found a solution to my backing problem. It might just be a matter of padding that out with some foam so it makes contact with the back of my head, and that way the magnets sort of kind of lock in. I didn't want to use magnets for the back because there are no indentations to apply a magnet, and drilling into the seam of the helmet probably would have ruined the print because it's not designed for that, and I didn't want to risk drilling in there and hitting the supports or internal structure of the print and then completely trashing it. And I didn't want to do that. This thing took about 3.5 days to print, and that's a lot of time. So I didn't want to do that for some of you guys who are kind of telling me to do that or kind of hinting at that. But the magnets, because they are not embedded, they do leave a gap in the opening, but the gap is really small with the magnets that I use, so you don't really notice that opening. I just need to figure out a way to secure it. All in all, I like the way this thing came out in terms of the paint, in terms of the print, in terms of the visor. My only pet peeve right now is the backing. So once I figure that out, this will be a solid print, and I can go ahead and do yellow, black, blue, and maybe the death version of that one. So there is a lot to do, and I have a lot of things to do in terms of getting ready for May, because May is going to be a pretty big month. But in lieu of this helmet, I wouldn't say in lieu, what's the word I'm looking for? Blah, 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 blah. Next to this helmet, I got something special that I just got done printing that I'm going to be working on in terms of a different variant of this particular helmet. And if you want to see more of that, go check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Will@heroicststudios. This file, as well as many other files that I've worked on, are all available there. So hurry up, get your butt over there, subscribe. We're going to have a really good month in May. So there you go. And that's going to do it for this episode. And that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm trying to make my videos a bit shorter than what I usually do My videos can tend to be really long, especially with a build video. So this is more of an explanation video on what I did, on how you can do it. If you guys want more build videos, let me know, because I have a lot of projects in the queue, like that Death Ranger helmet that I showed you guys before. So don't forget to tune in to my live stream, 6 p.m. Saturday. It's called my After Hours. Come and join me, come hang out, come talk about projects, come learn about 3D printing. I might be working on some projects, I might be working in Blender. I don't know what I'll be doing, but I'll be there live streaming, just talking to you guys. So come and check me out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Until then, guys, thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you guys do come back and see me and watch me do some more other cool projects. Until then, guys, take it easy, and I will see you guys next time. This isn't a bad fit. I can dig it. God, this stupid back. Hey you. Yeah, you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Warning you. Make sure you do it. Do it. Did you subscribe yet? I hope you did. I'm watching you. Okay, that was kind of creepy. I apologize for that. I won't do that ever again. Okay, bye.